What is civic education? Civic education is the process of inculcating in citizens the values, the skills, and then the behaviors that are thought to be necessary for a stable and effective democracy. It can also be considered as the formation of civil qualities on the basis of new knowledge, skills, and values that help individuals to solve emerging problems. So basically, that's what civic education is. It's all about inculcating values, interests, and beliefs to others. So what is voter education? Voter education is the means of providing citizens of a democracy with basic information about participation in elections. It focuses more specifically on the roles of citizens as voters. This includes knowledge around several issues such as the duties and obligations of a voter, the voting procedures, the political party candidates, the electoral offenses, the election management body, and then the mandate protection. What's actually expected of us on election day? So civic education explains all the various procedures, opening of the poll, what the INEC staff, that's the election management body, and their staff are expected to do on election day, voter registration, ID card registration, and all of that. That's all what voter education is all about. So let's talk about the differences between civic education and voter education, their basic differences. Civic education is designed to educate the people on the political system and context, while voter education, on the other hand, is designed to educate people about the specific mechanisms of the electoral processes. Voter education may form a component of the civic curriculum. So when we have a curriculum on civic education, voter education can be a subset of the curriculum. So the purpose of civic education is geared towards empowering people on how their political power is exercised, why and how they must use this to avoid excesses and marginalization by those in power, and also to prevent the misuse of resources by those entrusted to guard them. So civic education basically educates us, it empowers us, it helps us to understand the full electoral system, the full governance system beyond elections. But for voter education, the purpose of voter education is to provide citizens information towards empowering them of their rights and responsibility during the electoral process. Election is a process, it's a cycle in a year, in the life of a country, a state. And so it's a circle. So it's just for us to understand within the circle, during the circle, they have when the campaign period starts, when citizens can register, when the voting is conducted, and all of that. So the full electoral process, that's what voter education educates us about. Usually, civic education is continuous. It's not time-bound, while voter education is time-bound. Voter education is usually done during election periods. Civic education is not time-bound, it is continuous, while voter education is usually time-bound. It's usually conducted during election periods. Another difference between civic education and voter education: civic education involves information on systems of government, nature and powers of political offices, socio-political and economic issues facing a nation, and the values of democracies, the rights, the peaceful association of people, and all of this. In the other hand, voter education involves information on who qualifies as a citizen. It also gives us information about issues such as voting procedures, like I had mentioned, registration procedures, and all of this. So that's the difference. Those are the different basic major differences between civic education and voter education.